What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I am Isaiah, and today we're breaking out the spooky stuff for a game of Dread Knights. Today we're going to be playing the I Was Murdered, and an Unnatural Death. Before we're going to take a look at the board and stuff, again, I'm going to shill for myself for a second. If you'd like to pick up some cool merch or help support the channel, check out the links in the description, or the biggest, easiest, and freest way that you can help support the channel, smash all the buttons. Like, subscribe, bell notifications, all that jazz. It helps push out into the ether all these weird indie games that we love. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's go take a look at the board and talk about the scenario for today's game of Dread Knights. Welcome, everyone, to another Dread Knight. In today's scenario, we have a twit. This guy. We got some game land that this hunting club is upset because they think someone is out here poaching. Probably some poor person trying to feed their family. Some blue-collar dude. However, unbeknownst to them, that is absolutely not the case. So we have 5 bushes because it tells you to place an extra one in solo. They are the green ones. Here and then back in those corners. When we come within an inch of those, we can search them, and then we roll, I think, a d4, and something can pop out. If at the end of any turn there is not a werewolf on the table, we spawn a werewolf. So there's a whole just pack of them out here. Our goal is to get that twit to follow us off the table to freedom and back to the car. He will move at the same pace as whoever activates him. Gonna start with Dean, who's gonna move up to that bush and investigate. Also forgot to set up roll for mention the weather effect starting off, which is grave rats. So we get these grave rats that have spawned along that random table edge. I randomized their placement on the edge by rolling 2d12, and then that was how many inches in they went. Search. 2. Managed to beat that massive Krynos-form werewolf out of the bush. Ellen is going to take a shot. Looking for a 12 or better. Looking to beat a 12. 4 does not beat a 12. I'm going to use my reroll. Oh, back to a 4 again. Jerk. Gonna be one of those days. We might switch these dice out early. Bobby, gonna go beat the bush. 3 is a bird. We get to make an agility test to try to catch said bird. Now, Bobby is not the most agile fella. Nah, we're not gonna get that with a 6. Sam is gonna move to try and go get the twit. Last up for me is Cass, who will move. I want to get him into the werewolf. He's better suited to a melee exchange than Dean is. Our werewolf friend, however, will go ahead and swing at Cass. He gets a 12, so that will hit for D8. 4, 3. Cass then gets to crack back at straight dice. 16 will hit with his silvered cane. D8. 5 minus their armor of 2 will be 3 damage. Next will be some grave rats. Makes it to Dean and will take a swing. A 5 will not hit. Dean gets to crack back. -3, so he's straight dice. 4. We're rolling a lot, suspicious number of 4s today. The rest of our grave rats move in their 2d6 towards what they could see, or the closest thing that they could see, which was the twit. So closing in on him. Turn 2, we get no change on the weather at the end of turn 1. Turn 2. Normally, the werewolf would heal for D4 for being cursed. However, because I dealt damage with a silver weapon, that healing does not take place, which is the other reason that I wanted to get Cass over there into the business with the lycanthrope. I'm going to start with Sam, who is closest to the twit. I've got to be within an inch of him to try to tell him to follow, so we're going to make that move. And then we have to take a presence test. Let's see what we get. 9 plus my presence of 3 is 12. We succeed there. So he will follow us. However, I am done for this turn and a little bit out in the open and exposed. Which is where I hope Ellen will be able to help out. And then Ellen will take a shot at that closest grave rat. Getting a 2. We're going to use an auto pass there. We're going to use our auto pass moon gift. And then we're going to roll damage. On a D8. I really want to deal with this thing, at least this closest rat. So I'm going... Nah, we'll roll it. It's a D8 on the revolver. Getting a 1. And then I'm going to use my max damage moon gift, because I want that thing gone. Cass is going to continue to do battle with the werewolf. Getting a 7. That is a miss. Werewolf gets to crack back. That is a hit. We have a 16. On a D8 for their claws. 5 damage to Cass. Okay. Dean is going to try to end this rat. We do not. Rat will try to end me. Goodness gracious. I'm rolling 4s and that one's rolling 16s. It will. 4. That's 4 a D4. 3 damage. I have a leather coat, which is armor 1. So I'll take 2. Also, have to take a toughness test to see if I become diseased. Nope. I'm toughness -2. So Dean is now diseased. Bobby's going to plod his way over there. He is not the quickest. Come to monsters. Start with the ones that are already engaged. Werewolf will swing at Cass. Roll their dice. He misses on a 10. I get to swing back. 13 straight dice, +3, -3, will hit with my silvered cane. D8 for no damage. Our rat friend will try to take another bite out of Dean's ankle. Fail to do so. Dean gets to crack back, straight dice. Fails to do so. Our 2 rats up here will make some moves, and hopefully they are short moves. First rat doesn't quite make it, however the second one does. Luckily, he misses the twit on an 8, and the twit never defends itself. He's just useless. Going into turn 3, we do get a weather effect. We get the full moon, which is very, very, very fitting and also very unfortunate because you see my friend Cass is selenophobic. So he has -3 to all of his rolls when there is a full moon. I'm going to start with Ellen, who's going to try her best to shoot this rat off of the twit. It wanted to be a 20 so bad, and there is nothing that I can do about it at this point because I already used up all my stuff. I guess Sam will try to shoot it. 8 is gonna be a miss. Bobby, going to hit us with a quick double move to get over there into that combat to at least provide a little bit of support. Dean is just going to try to shoot this freaking rat. He does. Excellent. Let's see if we can kill it. That's the real question. We can with a 4. Cass is going to try to take a bite out of the lichen. 10 plus 1 minus 3 is 11. That is not going to do it. Werewolf going to try to take a bite out of him. Misses. That is. Friend is going to try to take a chunk out of one of these guys in the monster phase. Even it'll be Cass. Cass it is. Hopefully, he has another round of bad swings. He gets an 8. I'm going to try to crack him back with the cane. So I'm even dice, because him being here negates the minus 3 for the crackback, and then I'm plus 3 for my agility, minus 3 for my selenophobia. 5 is a miss though, no matter how you cut it. First rat will try to take a chunk out of the twit. He will. We're at D4. 1 damage. That's not too bad. And I guess he's got a tough. Well, he doesn't make rolls, so I don't think the disease matters for him. But I'm going to roll it anyways. 17. He actually passes it. Our second rat will then move in for a bite and rolls a 1. So not going to be effective there. Into turn 4, the full moon persists. And we're going to start with the twit / Sam. And we're just going to see if we can pull away. So an 11 is a fail. For the other one, 12, however, is not a fail. And I can't do anything about it, so I'm stuck there. I can try to move again. That's a fail. That is... Oh! Well, it doesn't matter. Canceling it, it would still be a success. It just cancels the effect of the crit. So they're stuck there. Ellen is going to take a shot. Misses, and I'll cancel the fumble. Cass will swing at our furry friend. Getting a 3. So that's a definite miss. Furry friend will swing back. That's cocked. That's off the table. Getting a 9. So it doesn't hit me. And we'll go ahead and take swings with Bobby too. Bobby will hit with a 19. Good Lord. With his big old stone thing, which is a D10, I'm almost certain. Yep. Stone hammer is a D10. For 6 minus 2, that's 4 damage, but it is not silver, so there's a chance he could heal it back. Of course, he gets to try to have a go at me. And 11 is a miss. Come to our 2 rat friends. That's a miss. And that's a miss. Okay, so we're getting lucky there. We just need them to roll like that when we try to get away from them. Turn 5 sees us continue to do battle under the light of the full moon, of which Cass is terrified. So we'll start with Sam in the twit trying to get away. And honestly, I don't know if I have to roll here, because Sam isn't in combat, but the guy moves with Sam, but the guy's in combat? I don't know. I'm going to roll it anyways. I'm just not sure that I have to. Alright, 1 fail. 1 not a fail. We'll try to move again. Second action. Fail. God bless, that second one is the one that just will not let go. Ellen's going to try to shoot the one that's been rolling the 20s. 4. Oh, no, that's a 14. A 14 is a hit. I thought it was a 4 again. No, that's a 14. That's a hit. For a D8, not a D10. 7. Yes. We smoke the rat that was rolling the good dice. Now watch, we'll get back around and it'll turn out that it was the other one that was rolling the good dice. Start of the round, backing up a little bit here, the werewolf healed off all of the damage that Bobby did to it. So Jimmy Dean over here is going to try to just level this shotgun barrel at the werewolf. And gets the 20. Let's go. So that's going to be max damage, which I think is D10 on a shotgun. Is D10 minus 2 for their armor, so 8 damage onto that werewolf. Now comes the bit where we're going to try to get real lucky. We're going to start with Bobby because he hasn't taken as many hits, and his special perk, Experimental, netted him 4 extra. He gained 4 HP. But he can't hit. Yes, it can. For a D8. Of course he does. I've got a bunch of armor on Bobby, though. Maybe not a bunch of armor, but I have armor. I have armor 2 on Bobby, so 6 damage. Okay. It is up to Cass's scared of the dark self to try to finish this thing off. 19 is going to hit, even with his negatives. Okay, I need ideally a 7 or an 8 here. A 4. 2 damage, but it is silvered, so that'll stop him from healing next turn, at least. Monster phase, since we're over here, we'll start with the werewolf, who's going to attack Cass again on an even. He rolls a 1. How fortunate for us. Let's see if I can crack him back. I can crack him back with an 18. Don't screw this up, dude. An 8. Let's go. That's a dead werewolf, which means we'll get another werewolf at the end of the turn, but that one at least is gone. And let's go check out what the rat does. Rat will swing at the twit. Rat will miss the twit. A new werewolf spawns in on the western side of the board, and whenever it's a gap from one deployment zone to the other, so I always roll a D, which is 18 inches because it's a 2-foot table and 3-inch deployment. So I always roll a D6 and a D12, and that's where it goes. That one landed very close to me. It should be right there. Let's see if we get a weather change. We do not. Full moon still beaming bright. So I'm going to activate Ellen first because if I can get away, I need her out of the way so that I can come through to get to the car. Alright. First attempt. We're away. It was the other one that had such good dice. And with Sam's impressive movement, that is enough for them to just walk off the board, thus ending the scenario. I know I've got them over there at the car, but they actually walked off the board. That will end the scenario. No one died, and we did accomplish our objective, so we're going to call that a success. It was messy, it was not pretty, but it was a success. So all said and done, we're going to walk away with 31 shillings, 5 XP, and an artifact. We're spending the 5 XP to give Cass a point of strength to make his bite more effective when he needs it, instead of just that +1. The money we're just banking for now. I'll always do my spending before I play. It's just because by the time I'm done with the game, I'm ready to just go do something else for a while. So we'll handle that later. No injuries, no death rolls. For our artifact, we get the Herbalist Primer, which we put it in our stash, and then we can make our own cures for infections. Still have to have the ingredients. I'm assuming garlic, ginseng, whatever. but we can make them ourselves, which means we don't have to pay the apothecary. So we would still need to buy the ingredients, but we don't have to pay the apothecary for it. So that's pretty sweet. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to this game of Dread Knights. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.